everyone, it's Raquel Bowman here today, and I'm here to share with you a new layout using the Christmas collection by Coco Vanilla Studio called 'Tis the Season. So I've gathered my embellishments and the papers that I thought I would like to use. It's my first time using this collection. Actually, no, it's not. It's my second time using this collection. And so I've chosen a bit of a different colour scheme than what I used for the first page I created. Because my photo, it's of a Santa family shot that we got every Christmas Eve in our local area. Santa comes in a fire truck and he stops at all different points within our town, and you can go and meet him, and the kids can talk to Santa before Santa visits the next day. And it's a really nice experience for the kids and for families. So it's something that I'd like to begin as a tradition with our family. And I'd been the previous year with Charlotte, but we hadn't been as a family before. So that's what we did last year, and hopefully we'll continue to do that. So because the background of where we are is quite green, I did choose the green, dark green paper from the kit, and I sort of use that to bounce off my colour selection. So I've gone with the green, the red, which reflects the colours within Santa, and actually my hair in that picture as well. And then I've gone through the ephemera, and I've chosen anything with a green, a red, and also that pale blue paper that you can see around where I'm gathering the embellishments. So normally what I do when I create a layout, and you can see I've just popped them to the left there, is I'll go through most of the bits and pieces that I have, and I'll try and find things that I think coordinate with the colour scheme I have in mind. I sometimes can end up with way more product than I would ever use on a page, but I like having the product there just in case. And I also find that helps me once I've got the flow of a layout happening and feel like have a design in mind. It helps me to create a bit freer, whereas if I had to keep delving through bits and pieces, I think it would hinder me a little bit. So I do gather all the bits and pieces that I think that I'll use, and I've popped them to the side. I've just emptied out the entire thing of the wood veneer and popped them to the side as well, because I didn't quite know exactly which pieces I wanted to use. And what I've gone for in terms of design is a bit of another vertical layout for me, but it's quite layered. So I've used offcuts of bits and pieces to add little bits to the left and right of the photo to make it look like it's stretched horizontally as well. And then with the embellishments, I decided to work on a diagonal. I don't know what it is with me at the moment, but I am quite obsessed with vertical layouts and diagonal sort of embellishment or groupings of embellishments. And even when I go in thinking I'll try and do something different, I still end up with I end up with that formula, I guess, and maybe that means that that's becoming my style, and that's just the way it is. I'm not sure, but I do find it quite easy and enjoyable, I guess, to create layouts this way or using those things. So I'm using the selection of things that I've got to the side to embellish. I've added some of the stickers which I used my EK Success powder tool on the back of. I'm having a bit of trouble with this tool, and I don't know if I need to just buy a new one or what I should do, but it's not, I've really got to pounce it onto the sticker to get any of that powder out. It's quite like I shake the table when I do it. So I don't know whether it's the actual nib bit of the applicator. I've also seen, and any Stampin' Up people might know, I saw someone using what looked, I think it was an embossing buddy or something they called it. So if you recommend that for the same thing, so taking the adhesive off stickers and things, let me know, because and if you're a demonstrator in Australia as well, hook me up and I'll get one off you if you recommend it, because I'm getting a little bit annoyed with the one that I'm using at the moment. So I've used some stickers, some cutout pieces from one of the 12 by 12 sheets of paper that has the different sized cards on it. I've used the ephemeras as well, and now I'm just in the process of sticking. So this layout actually did fall together nicely. It is the second one that I've done with this collection, and both of them, they've been quite not easy to make, but when they just work and you're creating and it just all flows and you get a page in the end that you're happy with, and that wasn't, not that creating is stressful, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But this one was just nice to play and create with. So I'm up to the sticking. I'm using the foam that I bought, and I know someone asked where I got that from on a previous video, and I got that from Spotlight, and it's just in the section where the kids sort of craft items are, like the felt pom-pom balls and what do they call the chenille stick things and those sorts of things. So I've used that on the back of the photo. I do like adding that bit of dimension. And what I haven't mentioned is that I realized as I was creating, I'm like, I did print 2 extra photos from this to actually show the fire truck that Santa arrived in. So I went out to my craft room and quickly, with a Tim Holtz die that I have, which creates tags, I used the pattern paper to create 2 tags, one each to pop the photo onto. And then I'll add some type journaling towards the end of my process to add onto there, just to explain what each picture was and to give a bit more meaning to and document a bit more about this photo and what we're doing. What I'm doing now is I wanted to be able to slide the tags in and out without them getting stuck too much or falling straight through in an album. So I've popped some adhesive. I'm just floating in and out of things right now, I can tell, in my creative process. But I did pop some adhesive around 3 of the sides so that the tags can go in and out. Now I've gone back to it. I don't know whether I put it in the too hard basket at that time and went to something else, or what the thoughts were. Maybe I wanted to get everything stuck down. So all the layers are stuck down now. I must have cut the filming out and then gone back in. So all the layers are stuck down. I didn't add any stitching to this because I'm actually filming at the moment. I've got a few projects that I'm getting done, and my craft room, which I've showed in a room tour, is still not anywhere near. I haven't even begun sorting things out, but it's outside to the back of our house, and because I've got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, I find that the only time I can get out into my craft room to create is at night. Because I've had a few projects that I've wanted to get done, it meant that I took over the kitchen table for a week or so, and that's where I'm filming from here. So instead of not filming at all, I thought I may as well set the tripod up on the kitchen table. I actually quite like the wood look of my background of my videos right now. And I'm filming there. The light's really good, and it's good for most of the day, so it's probably a hint to me to actually film during the day inside when I can, but I also take up pretty much the whole table, and it means that we can't do anything else on the kitchen table for a while. So yeah, there's a few videos that I've filmed that I've been inside, just so that I can get some things done and have that creative time. So when the kiddies are asleep, or when one of them is watching TV nicely and the other one's playing nicely, which can be rare, but it does happen sometimes. I've had a bit of time to work on some projects. So this was one of them, and I am happy with how it turned out in the end. I've nearly finished now. I'm just adding a few touches of veneer. I've added a flare button with Santa on it, of course. That's the perfect little finishing touch for this layout about Santa's visit. And the veneer that I've added one that says memories down the bottom. I've added a couple of stars just to continue the star that was in that top left corner. And what else have I done? Added the flare. I'll add the journaling very shortly as well, and I will show you that just so that you can see. I'm absolutely loving this yellow fine line bottle. It's got the same adhesive that my blue one has in it, but the nozzle is just that little bit bigger, and I'm finding I'm not having to really squeeze it a lot like I was the other bottle. So if you are wanting to pick up one of those bottles, I definitely recommend the yellow. It's, of course, if you had something a bit narrower and thinner that you had to glue on, it might require you to sort of apply less pressure. But yeah, it's a really nice, easy way to apply that adhesive. So I'm just showing you now. I'm pretty much finished. Adding a bit of gold Heidi colour shine, which I'm adding to most of my layouts at the moment, covering up the main areas that I don't really want any of the colour shine to go onto. And now I'm just showing you the journaling that I've typed up. I have typed up just quickly about the Santa run in the fire truck, and it was last year, so I've just added the date, and then I've added just a few little sentences to the tags, so not too much, but just enough for anyone that may, or for me in the future, to have a look at what I documented, just to know what this Santa being in the fire truck was all about. And apparently I think it is something that's not just our local area, but lots of places within our broader region do. And I'm not sure about anywhere else within Australia if they do it, but it's such a nice, fun little concept. And it's so, I think it'll be a nice tradition that every Christmas Eve we can take the kids to, and it's just a nice way to welcome Christmas Day as well for the following day. And that's pretty much it. I finished the tags with some string, and I'm just about to show you some close-ups. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another layout. Bye.